कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमांत महादेशिकाय नमः। Bharata, who goes to the inner apartment of Kaushalya, assuming that she would have understood his bhakti towards Rama very well, falls at her feet to only be shell-shocked when she says that your path to the throne of Ayodhya is now thorn-free. Best wishes, Bharata. Bharata then lists down roughly 24 different kinds of sins incurred by 24 different kinds of acts, largely. And he says, if I have ever thought that Rama should suffer, my father should die, even for a second, then all these sins I should be incurring. He says, and he faints and falls. Kaushalya lifts him and says, Bharata, I have done a grave mistake by hurting you, my dear son. I can vouch one thing, Bharata. Even my son will not have this level of maturity what you have. Come, my dear son. And she hugs Bharata. This is settled. Now, Bharata has to perform the last rites of his father. See that there is a complete mess in the kingdom. The two brothers have left, the two brothers have arrived, the father is dead. It was in a mess. First, the last rites of Dasharatha has to be performed. So, after the 12th day of the performing of the final rites of Dasharatha, the riches were donated amongst the Brahmanas, because you do Godanam, Bhudanam, Swarnadanam, Rajatadanam, Annadanam. All this you do. When a person dies, you always want to enrich that Atma's spiritual journey. So you end up doing Danam here. Dvadashe hani samprapte shraddha karmanya karayat brahmanebhyo dhanam ratnam dadavannam cha pushkalam. On the 13th day, the bones were collected. See, these days we are having electric crematoriums. You send the body on one side, in a few hours you will get powder. Whichever body we have protected so much, it will come in powder. In those days, cremation, it used to take 12-13 days for the entire burning process, and then the bones used to be collected. So the bones were collected. While they were all in a mourning period in the kingdom, this Manthara, that lady who had come from KKR, she thought this is the apt time to go take some jewelry from here and there, because there was no lock system. There was no need for anybody to steal, because everybody had whatever they wanted in a sufficient manner. So she goes to the inner apartment of every queen, collects those jewelry, starts putting those jewelry. She adorns some of the jewelry in the hunch, then covers it with a cloth and turns left, right, and she walks. Mekhaladamabhischittai anishchavara bhushanai babhase bahubirbadha rajjubhirriva vanari, says Valmiki. Rajjubhirriva vanari. Like how a female monkey, I think you remember those days in the ancient India where there used to be a female monkey and there used to be a person who used to tame the monkey. He used to say, jump, and that monkey used to jump. So likewise, she looked like a female monkey as acting as per the wishes of her master, which is her wish. Wish is her master. It is telling her, take the jewelry. She was taking all the jewelry and she was acting accordingly. Rajjubhir vivava, very. As she was trying to secretly escape from the passage of Ayodhya, she was caught by Shatrughna. So she was dragged to Bharata's Sabha. And Shatrughna said, brother, before doing anything, take the sword and kill her. She is the root cause of our problems. It is because of her we are suffering. Bharata said, Shatrughna, you have mistaken. She is not the cause of our agony. She may have spoken a few lines, but she is not the cause. Okay. So she has brainwashed and your mother was brainwashed. So it is your mother Kaikeyi's mistake, Bharata, my dear brother. Oh, Shatrughna. It is not my mother Kaikeyi's mistake. Oh yes, your mother asked, and it is our ruthless, mindless, illogical father Dasharatha who granted those boons. It is his mistake, right? Shatrughna, it is not our father Dasharatha's mistake. I am telling you, Dasharatha commanded, our father Rama left to the forest. Brother, father, Sthana Rama left to the forest. So it is Rama's mistake, Bharata. It is not Rama's mistake. You are confusing my dear brother Bharata. You are confusing me. If it is not Manthara's mistake, if it is not Kaikeyi's mistake, if it is not Dasharatha's mistake, if it is not Rama's mistake, then whose mistake is it? Bharata says, my dear Shatrughna, it is my mistake. Had this person called Bharata not been born, none of this would have happened. It is my mistake, Shatrughna. This is the pinnacle of Bhagavata Bhakti. In Bhakti Samrajya of Sanatana Dharma, a true Bhakta will always agree to the mistakes he does or she does, and thereby will also at one point accept those mistakes which were not committed by him or her. That is the true quality. That way you may exaggerate and extrapolate. Somebody throws a bomb. Can I go to the police station and say, no sir, he did not throw, I threw? It's not the way that we look at. Amongst the bhaktas, see in a family as well, where there are accusations thrown here and there, a learned person will always come and say, see, I have committed that mistake. So what? Let's forget, let's move on. This is what a learned person will say. So Bharata was of that nature. It is nobody else's mistake. It is my mistake. In the Tamil tradition, Andal, the mystic Tamil poetess, uses one line, Nanedan Ayiduga. I have committed that mistake. Bharata in fact tells Shatrughna, if you are treating Manthara this way, in such an uncivilized way, and if our brother Rama gets to hear of it, he will feel very upset. Imavapi hatam kubjam yati janati raghavaha tvam chamam chaiva dharmatma na vibhashishyate dhruvam. Then he continues, Vasishtha says, your father, Vasishtha comes there, Bharata, your father, your mother, they have made this entire process of, going to the throne. Born free, no more problems. Become the king, all the best, King Bharata. Vasishtha says, that Vasishtha was his guru. I was telling you long back, there is a big fallout of hero worship. When you love one person beyond a certain limit, then eventually you will end up not recognizing the talent of the people around that important person. You love Rama, they loved Rama. They loved him so much to that extent where they could not sense the good qualities of Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. They were also equally good. So Vasishtha comes and says, no, you become the king. First Kaikeyi said, Then Kaushalya said, now Vasishtha is telling, mother, elder mother, then we have the Guru. So how Bharata must have felt? In English there is often probably a phrase everybody uses, flogging of the dead horse. He's already dead. They are beating him again and again and again. Pitra bhrata cha te dattam rajyam nihata kantakam tadbhungshva mudita matyaha kshipramevadhishechaya. Bharata gives a gaffa. He says, Vasishtha, my Acharya Varya. It is not new to me. People have been accusing me. I've become numb to that. But I'll tell you, I've been waiting for one thing. Vasishtha asked what? I should go bring Rama to Ayodhya. I'll make him sit on this throne of Ayodhya. I will ensure that he rules this kingdom. I don't want this. Rame me vanu gacchami saraja dvipada baraha trayanam api lokanam radhavo rajyam arhati. Who else but my brother Rama is fit to rule the three worlds? Am I fit? No, I'll bring my brother. Vasishtha started shedding tears. He then saw, this is bhakti in front of me. Then Bharata said, I cannot stay anymore in Ayodhya. He asked from the spies and other sources how his brother was. They said he used the Nyagrodha Kshiram, the milk from the banyan tree, and has tied his hair like a hermit. Bharata too tied his hair. He said, I will abandon all my jewelry. I will go in Valkala. I'll bring him back. Avadhirita rajya vaibhavaha bharato bhratri samikshana kulaha sahasa sajata valkalaha sasainyah praviveshakananam, says Srinidhi Swami in Manju Ramayana. Bharata leaves Ayodhya to fetch Rama, Sita, thereby Lakshmana, back to Ayodhya. So he is carrying the crown that had adorned the heads of great kings of Ikshvaku Kulam along with him. He takes his mothers also along. And then he uses the same path, same journey, same route where Rama has travelled, so that he knows where Rama is to bring him back. Today we have location. So he has to follow the same path to bring Rama back. So they all go with their regiment, with their sasainyam to bring Rama back. This is Bharata Bhakti. But does it stop here? Were there others who had misunderstood Bharata, like how his father, mother, Rama's mother Kaushalya, Acharya Varya Vasishtha had misunderstood Bharata? When there are others, the list never ends. There are other people. Let's see that in the next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.